Good afternoon, Westwood, and welcome to the Canton Ice House for Matinee Hockey. And Evan, we've got a big one. Joined by Evan Cardamino, Morgan Donahue for a TVL huge matchup, not TVL large, but TVL huge matchup between crosstown rivals Westwood and Norwood. Evan, the vibes are already as high as they can be.
You know, Morgan, right now, it's feeling a lot like it was last year when we left here going back to last February. Norwood came into the Canton Ice House. We had a 3-2 overtime throw. Westwood took the win late in overtime, and it was as electric then as it is right now. I'm pumped for some Saturday hockey, not
Absolutely.
soccer.
Absolutely. These both teams 2-0, Evan, on the season. Both teams have already beaten Hopkinton, Ashland. Norwood beat Dedham early in the season. Then Westwood, most recently, went on the road and beat Hopkinton, the TVL large reigning champ from last year. So some great strides already for both teams. This is always a measuring stick. It's early in the season. If you lose today, it's not the end of the world. You have plenty of games left. You're going to play each other again later in the season. But this is where you want to see, where does your team match up against not only just, some of the best in the TVL large, some of the best in Division II hockey.
These are two really good teams, and these are two teams that are going to want it today. This is the crosstown rivalry, Norwood-Westwood.
Yep.
They're going to want it, and today it's going to start with each of the goalies, and I'm going to go first with Jack Holland.
Yes.
Coming off of a hot start to the season, only one goal allowed against Holliston, and then a shutout performance in Hopkinton on Wednesday, which you were there for. What did you see from Westwood in that Hopkinton game, and what are you looking forward to today for Holland?
Great question. So, shout out to HCAM, Tom Nappy. I had an amazing time out there to call the game with him. What I noticed, so right before the puck dropped, Westwood missing Josh McCabe as well as Tim Malloy. Both are out again today. Those are huge voids to fill in your lineup, but they were filled. So right off the bat, Nolan Lewis scores a goal within the first 30 seconds. Unbelievable. He's a sophomore. Folks, keep an eye on him. I coached him at the middle school level, and he was an amazing talent. Last year, he was kind of getting used to the speed of the game size. He had all the skill, and he had a terrific year last year, but this year he has gone off. His speed is unbelievable. You'll notice that on the outside. His IQ has always been high. It's still high. Getting even higher just with more games under his belt. And the finish. He had a highlight reel finish on the Wolverines' second goal. He made a nice move on the defenseman, went bar down. The other thing, Josh McCabe being out. He is one of the top defensemen. Him and Brady Dumais, the two leaders on the back end when it comes to defense, as well as Holland. He's been out. He's a huge piece. But Westwood has been awesome on defense. Coach Ferrari doing a good job of mixing and matching. Brady Dumais is playing about 30 minutes a game, stepping in and being out there for the most important parts of the game. Power play, penalty kill, the last 2 minutes of each period. He's been remarkable. And then you get Fengler out there, who is a freshman. Doesn't look like it. Certainly, primed for varsity action. He's very confident. He drew a penalty in the last game with 2 minutes left to even it off. Fallon looking great out there. Brian Sullivan, unbelievable sophomore. Looks like a junior, a senior out there while still being a youngster.
Yeah, and going back to Brady Dumais, one thing I've noticed about him is he's a tone setter. He had a big hit in Holliston, and he's crucial to set the tone for this team.
Yes.
One other thing I want to point out about Westwood is this is a team that's sophomore and senior heavy.
Yes.
Only one junior, only a couple freshmen.
Yep.
So you're giving your sophomores, like Nolan Lewis, a chance to get that experience, and Nolan Lewis has taken that and run with it. And you can just tell when he's on the ice, he's going to be a guy for years to come here for Westwood. Getting that experience early in this season and early in his hockey career here, big for him and big for Westwood in the future.
So I highlighted Nolan Lewis. I got to also highlight the Donovans. Timmy Donovan has had about 4 breakaways this year just from his breakaway speed. He is the fastest skater in the TVL. There is not even a close second. His brother Matt has been, a terrific line mate for him. A lot of looks on net. He's gonna find the back of the net very soon. He's had about, in the last 2 games, he's had about 10 shots on net, all quality shots. Sean Blomquist, amazing leader, big body, takes it to the net. He's solidified his line and has been providing a great amount of offense as well, helping out with a kid like Luke Martin, who's a sophomore on that line. And they're kind of mixing and matching some of the lineups now with Malloy being out. of kind of, what you saw on Wednesday might be different tonight. Might be different each shift, but they're figuring out what are the good combinations.
So as we get ready to send it down to Bill Siebert, the voice of Westwood Hockey, what are the keys to today's game for Westwood?
They got to continue where they left off. Be confident. You got to know you're a good team. Sometimes you question, when you're playing a good team like Norwood. It kind of reminds me of like boys lacrosse when they play Medfield. Medfield knows they're a good team because they've been doing it for a long time. Norwood Hockey knows they're a good team because they've been doing it a long time. And Westwood's a good team. They've been doing it for a long time. But Norwood, up until last year in the overtime win, has had Westwood's number. So Westwood, just come out, play your game. Know you are a heck of a team, one of the tops in Division II when you play your best hockey, and you got to be physical. Finish all your checks. Send a message. When a team comes to play you in your barn, make it difficult. It's already difficult when you got the music blaring like it is, and you got Bill Siebert on the mic. How do you play against that when the momentum's always on Westwood's side there? But when you're hitting, you're finishing your checks, making a visiting team earn every opportunity to come in your zone. That's a hard way to come out and try and win on the road, and Westwood's got to use that to their advantage. Well, we are looking forward to this one, folks. Both teams going to collect towards their nets, have a couple words before Bill Siebert kicks it off on the microphone. Bill Siebert, the voice of the Wolverines, has been the voice for the last 21 seasons.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Canton Ice House for this afternoon's Tri-Valley League matchup between the visiting Norwood Mustangs and your Westwood Wolverines. Here are today's starting lineups for Norwood. At left wing, number 21, senior captain Jacob Sheehan. At center, number 13, junior Jason Gillis. At right wing, number 28, senior captain Ryan O'Leary. Starting on the defense, number 4, junior Max Rahone. And number 19, junior Kevin Roach. And signing in goal for the Mustangs, number 31, senior Brody Foley. And please welcome the remaining members of the Norwood Mustangs. And now, the starting lineup for your Westwood Wolverines. And left wing, number 27, sophomore Luke Martin. At center, number 15, senior captain Sean Blomquist. At right wing, number 6, sophomore Nolan Lewis. Starting on defense, number 10, freshman Caleb Friendler. And number 14, senior Brady Duray. And starting in goal for the Wolverines, number 1, senior captain Jack Holland. And please welcome the remaining members of the Wolverines. At this time, ladies and gentlemen, and ask you all to please rise. Gentlemen, remove your hats from the plate around our shoulder.
Just about ready to get underway here, folks. Nothing better than the early rivalry starts. It's it sets the tone for the season, and you know, big wins are good momentum shifters going into the meat and potatoes of your season schedule. But also, you know, you can take a tough loss and use it to your advantage early in your season and build off that. You know, no team is perfect, and every team that wins a championship is going to be a far better team at the end of the season than they were at the beginning. So these are opportunities to showcase where is Westwood today, and also what can they learn from it. You know, anything that comes out of today's game. Go ahead, Evan.
I was going to say, Westwood's playing 2 contenders already for the TBL Large in Norwood and Hopkinton. So it's great to get that early season.
That's a great point. So Westwood 2-0. It's the first time they've started 2-0 in quite some time because they've always had iron on their schedule to start off each year. Norwood gonna work it around in a great positional effort there by Luke Martin, able to get a stick on that pass. Norwood's gonna send it right back into the Westwood zone. Puck squirts into the neutral zone. Lewis chasing after with a head of steam, and well played by Norwood's defenseman there. Number 18, or number 19, Kevin Roach. Norwood's gonna dump it in and chase. Sullivan is looking up ice. Intercepted by Norwood. Norwood looking to take it to the net. Shot. It's going to be deflected over the net. We're going to get a face-off. So Norwood, a nice look early on here, just inside a minute in the opening period. That was 29 for Norwood. It was a nice interception, nice opportunity on net. TJ Martin. Sullivan chips it off, gets by the defenseman. Westwood looking to jump up for a 2-on-1, but Norwood able to close the door on that. I believe we're going to get an offside call. Yes. So the Donovan line, and Westwood's going to go right to the third line. So third line, we got Connor Blaney centering Seamus Rolfe. We also have Patty Dalton out there. Those guys played exceptional the other night. They were doing a great job of getting the energy going. They had some great looks on net. And they really helped set the tone for the Wolverines while they're also allowing, you know, the Blomquist line and the Donovan lines to get some rest. And that's the sign of a good team. When you have some depth and you can get roll your lines, huge advantage for any team that wants to vie for a TBL championship and a deep playoff run. Norwood looking to regroup. They do. A nice pass cross ice. Catch Dan Breen in stride. He's going to put it deep. Fallon. On it. Puck worked its way towards the net, and able to keep that outside was Holland. Now Westwood going the other way. Going to chip and they're going to change it out. So I love to see it. Quick line changes early on, getting fresh legs. Games like this are the war of attrition. The team that's got more left in the tank late in the game are the ones that usually come away with the win. Oh, intercepted there by Timmy Donovan. But ends up back on the stick of Norwood. They're going to send that down. Looks like it's an icing.
And that's what we've seen all season, Morgan. Westwood's rotating their lines, keeping all the players fresh, and in turn, that just gives them more in the tank later on in this game. And this is going to be a game that's going to come down to the wire.
It is. It is. You know, third period, typically in these games, it's 1-goal games, tie games going into the third, too. Blomquist on the draw. Nolan's going to chip it back to Dumais. Dumais going to send it down the corner. Let the forecheck get into the mix. Norwood looking to break it out. They do. Nice clean pass on the stride of 21, Jacob Sheehan. Martin going to chip it up, but takes a Norwood bounce. Back on Norwood's stick, looking to get it towards the net, but falls off their stick. Martin comes away with it. He crosses the red and got to put it deep. Lewis to chase. Bounces over the Norwood goaltender's stick. Brody Foley. Westwood's going to work it back. Bangler. Tough pass to take off the half wall for Lewis, but able to regain it. And Westwood gets it out of the defensive zone. Norwood going to chip it back in. Both teams going to change some bodies. And smart play. Dumais chips it in. No ice. Take it towards the net. Shot initially saved. It was Ryan who had a quick shot on net. Another shot from the point. Puck is loose. And Norwood's able to collect it. It was a shot from the point by Dumais. Good play by the Norwood defender, able to get a stick on that, clear it out to eliminate any additional rebounds. So good flow so far as we're just about 4 minutes into this first period. Norwood 0, Westwood 0. Puck deflects off a Westwood foot, ends up in the near side boards, and then back on Norwood stick, they're going to dump it in. They're going to change up their forwards. Brian Sullivan chips it over to Rolf. Rolf trying to get it out, but Norwood defenseman able to keep that in. Dalton takes a couple hits to get that out. Dalton took a number of big hits in the Hopkinton game and just kept getting up and moving forward. Tough kid. Shook him off, but he was doing it. Such an unselfish player where he was getting hit because he was making plays. And that's what you got to do at this level is to make some plays sometimes you got to take the hit to be able to advance that puck to your teammate, your forward, your line mates. So Norwood's going to change. Westwood's going to have some time here on the breakout. Puck goes over the stick of Dalton. It's going to work back in the neutral zone. Both teams battling for it, going on each other's stick. Now Westwood comes away with it. Sullivan to Dalton and back the other way for Norwood. We're going to get a penalty here. And the puck squirted out and hit the pad of Holland, but we're going to get a slash on Westwood. So Westwood going to go on the penalty kill early here in the first period. Looks like it's going to be on Brian Sullivan. So a situation like this is where you miss a guy like Timmy Malloy. He's one of their best penalty killers. You know, in that first game, he was all over the ice, diving for pucks, getting it outside. But keep an eye on Nolan Lewis. He's a guy who can score on the penalty kill. So we're gonna have Blomqvist on the draw. We got Fengler and Dumais on D, and then Lewis, the other forward, for the penalty kill. And a good stick there by Lewis, able to chip that out. That's going to take some time off the clock. Great anticipation. They saw that puck being worked back, knew that the defenseman for Norwood's hands were handcuffed there, and Nolan got a great stick on that to get the puck out, and that took 23 seconds off the clock just from that play alone. Norwood looking back door, and they score. That's Norwood's typical power play goals. They try to find that player on the back door. They'll work the puck on the far side, try to get players to keep their eyes on that, and they'll catch you on the back door. And that was a goal by number 29 for Norwood, captain TJ Martin. So a good look there, able to squeeze that in the post, between the pad and the post for Norwood's first goal, and the first goal of the game. A big hit there by Norwood. 19 for Norwood. Kevin Roach with the hit. I'd like to see Westwood match that physicality. Go in there, make it difficult for Norwood.
I think it's going to be key for them, Morgan, to match that physicality.
Yep.
Norwood's a physical team, and they're a fast team at that, so you're going to need to step up your physicality
That's
here.
how you got to slow them down, too. Slow them down is be physical. You got to finish the checks on them and make them think twice. And, the next time they see you coming when they have the puck on their stick, they're thinking differently about, what they're going to do with it. A lot of times, too, they panic. When you have the puck, someone's coming at you and they're going to lay a big hit on you, you're just trying to brace yourself and put yourself in a safe situation versus moving that puck to the open guy.
It slows down a fast team, and Norwood, that's their key right now.
Yep.
They are a fast team, and you can see it on those opportunities. When they get a turnover, they're going down immediately.
Yep.
And that's a strength for them here in this game. So it'd be key for Westwood to step up here, create that physical matchups that they're getting, and see if they can slow down this team.
Nice move there by Blaney to get the breakout going for the Wolverines. They get the puck deep. Dalton chasing after it. He gets hit. Norwood looking to keep it out, but kept in by Blaney. Fallon missed on the first, got on the second one. Puck back in Norwood zone. Westwood going to chase after it. Norwood looking across, unable to connect there, and we're going to get an icing. So good shift by the Blaney line. You got the icing. Now that allows Westwood, who has the last change, to come out and put the Blomquist line up. So you got fresh legs, and you got one of your top lines, out there in the offensive zone. Fengler going to send it near side of the boards. Puck comes up the dasher and ends up going down the other end, another ice. So back-to-back icing in the last 10 seconds or so. Westwood unfazed though. They could go down a goal, unfazed. They're gonna focus on their game. They have, for the last year, they've been such a resilient team. You go down one goal, you go down two, they get right back in it.
And this is their first real test of this season, I believe. I believe this is their first time they're trailing this season. So it's a good challenge early on, like you mentioned, getting those early teams. You said this is an iron team. Iron sharpens iron. So this is going to be a match test for Westwood here. How do you recover? How do you come off an early power play goal from Norwood? Yeah.
And you also want to get on the power play yourself, but getting on the power play, you got to earn the call. So, typically a team. Oh, and Nolan Lewis on the doorstep. And he ties it up at one on a beautiful pass from Blomquist. Just like that.
Way to recover for Westwood right there off of a Nolan Lewis goal.
We were talking about it from the beginning. Keep an eye on Nolan Lewis. And he is not done yet, folks. He is on a heater, and it's only getting hotter. And a big goal to tie it up. And that's an energy shifter right there. Energy back in Westwood's direction. Now you'll see Westwood with a little pep in their step. Puck comes out, deflection, and then Holland gets a glove on it. Going to get a face-off just left of him. What a goal, what a look. And that's what happens when you have guys who are skating around with it that you got to respect, like a Blomquist. It allows the guys without the puck to find some good areas to get to where you can find them for a good quick one-timer, good quick shot. Oh, blocked there. Blocked by Ryan. A great job getting in front of that shot. And that's another thing. The unselfish plays are what help you win games too. Getting in front of shots. There was a goal saved in the Hopkinton game by Dumais. Dumais got in front of a shot that was looking for the upper part of the net because it came from the outside. Holland was working his way across. And it was a terrific blocked shot by Brady Dumais, unselfish play, and you need that to win big games.
Well, you got to help your goalie out too if you have the chance. To stay in there and take a hit, you have a little less padding than a goalie would have.
Yes.
But to stay in there and tough out a hit like that and to help your team, you're helping the goalie out. You're helping him out, and the more help you help any goalie out for any team, the more likely you are to keep that lead.
Absolutely. And it was a terrific game, too, by Holland as well. He had his glove and his pads on every big opportunity that Hopkinton had on Wednesday. Westwood looking to get the breakout going.
Holland.
Oh, nice play there by Ryan. He took the hit knowing that he had Dumais there to take the puck as it was working backwards. Now, Donovan looking to walk in. He's got some space, and he's a big body. He typically wins those puck battles, and he did there. He was looking up for a teammate, but puck squirted loose and ended up on the stick of Norwood. Norwood's going to shoot on net, saved by Holland. Holland forces the rebound outside. It's a smart play. Holland's been doing a good job of putting the rebounds away from the net. Put them in the corner where your team can come after it and get that puck away from the net, get it out of the zone. And a blocked there, and it's Timmy Donovan going to the net. Donovan scores! And he was drawing a penalty as he put the puck towards the net and put it in for the Wolverines' second goal. That was another thing we talked about, Evan, was Timmy Donovan is by far the fastest skater in the Tri-Valley League. He showed it there. And he's had about 3 opportunities prior to this where he's had breakaways. It was just about finishing. He finished there and put the Wolverines up 2-1 here, halfway through the first period. It was only a matter of time. What a goal by Timmy Donovan. Dalton sends it into Norwood territory. Norwood looking to skate it out. Nice chip pass there, and a one-touch pass on the stick of 16, who puts it on the net. Deflected outside by Halston. It was Brandon Lee. And try again. Blocked by Fallon. A great block there, and Rolf's going to chip it out. He finds Dalton. Dalton sends it deep. So Timmy Donovan's second goal of the season. He had an empty netter, the third goal in the Hopkinton game. It was a well-earned one. Lewis, a nice turnover and a nice move. Westwood still got it. Oh, and a save by the Norwood goaltender, Brody Foley. It looked like it went off his skate. What a save. You could hear it in the crowd, too. You could see net, and Westwood player was trying to get that towards the net, and he did. But the save by Brody. Oh, puck bounces over Blaney's stick, but Lewis able to keep it in. He opens the hips up and shooting at the net, but he sends it back low. Finds Dalton. Dalton looking to push it towards the net. A couple Norwood defenders crashing in on him. Puck on Sullivan's stick. Shot goes just wide.
You know what we're seeing now, Morgan? Now that Norwood's in the deficit, they're also taking the same advice we have for Westwood.
Yes.
Step up the physicality.
Yes.
You're seeing some really big hits down in their zone. And that's going to be key for both teams here.
It's also, hey, when you go down a goal, you're not happy. You're pissed, and the best way to release that is to go out and be physical. And those are things that are going to frustrate the other team and allow the other team to take some penalties. So, you want to be able to play physical, but also disciplined hockey in these rivalry-type matchups. And a big hit there by Blomqvist. Puck just goes over the stick of Dumais, but Sullivan looking to take it out. Bounces back to Westwood. Dumais got it, but there was a Norwood player hit him. But puck ended up in Westwood's stick. Blomqvist over to Sullivan. Puck. Oh, wow. It was an early whistle. That puck was still loose. Still loose. I think the ref is acknowledging it, but it was not covered when he blew the whistle. But it's going to get a face-off regardless. Westwood's going to get some fresh legs. They're going to bring out the Donovan line. 3 minutes, 55 seconds left here in the first period.
In the past about 4 minutes, Morgan, the energy in this game, it was already a fast-paced, energetic game. It has gone up another level here.
Yep. Once you strike blood, the game changes. Both teams have done it. Norwood with some great breakouts early. They've been pretty clean on the passes. The forwards on the half wall, too, have been taking the passes pretty good. They're not bouncing off their stick. Oh, and a shot and a save by Holland on a point-blank opportunity. Westwood's going to send it out. No ice. I think it might have caught a piece of a Norwood player. Big save there. Remember that one. Save on a point-blank opportunity by Holland. Fengler. Norwood's going to come up the other side. Shot was blocked, I believe, by Dumais. They're going to send it across. No one there. Fengler walks away with it. But able to get a stick on that was Martin, who's going to put it deep. Norwood's going to change out their guys. Dumais going to settle the puck, looking up ice. Oh, and he finds and connects with Rolf. Rolf with a shot on net and a save by Foley. And he's battling with a Norwood player. The ref's allowing it to play on. That's part of the rivalries. Teams and players having an extra word or extra hit. Rolf on the far side. Puck bounced off his stick, but there was Blaney. Blaney loses it, but Rolf back on it. Puck coming the other way now. Dan Reen is going to send it just wide. Rolf chips it out, but the ref there chips it out. The ref's still there. Tough place to be. Sullivan going to send it up. Westwood a little tired right now, looking to get this puck out so they can get a change. They get the puck out. Forwards are going to change out. We're 2 minutes left here in the first period. Crucial 2 minutes. You don't want to give up a goal in the last 2 minutes where you think about it all intermission. So you want to.
Momentum's going to be a key thing here, Morgan. And right now, Westwood has the momentum off of 2 unanswered goals.
Yes.
So
big goals.
It's going to be crucial here. Make sure you get into the intermission clean, get out of here, escape with the lead, going into the 15 or so minute intermission. So like you said, they're not thinking about it in between the periods.
Yeah. Get out of it clean. You had a terrific first period, 2 big goals. And the next goal is critical. You got to get that next goal if you're Westwood. Noah trying to send it towards the net, but Brady Dumais tied up 13. Jason Gillis.
You talk about unselfish play, Morgan. We've seen it from Dumais and from Fallon. Getting in there, not being afraid to, block a puck for Holland and help him out. And we're seeing it time and time again, and that's going to be key for Westwood throughout the entire season.
Huge. You are helping your goaltender out when you're doing that. When you're getting in front of shots, when you're getting sticks on those shots, deflecting shots outside, it is a big part of a successful defense. Westwood doing a good job just keeping the puck in the Norwood zone. They're looking to send it down to Blomqvist, but great job there by Fengler, able to keep it in the zone. Stays in the zone. Martin going the other way, looking for cousin Lewis. They're getting a whistle. There was a slash there. I don't know why they're not going to call that, and they're looking to go after Lewis. Yeah, I mean, that's ridiculous. There's no penalty on that. You're going to allow Norwood players to go after your stud sophomore. I don't like that. Officials need to be better than that. And I think the refs talking to Chuck Allen, the Norwood coach, about that. But there was definitely a slash in front of the net as well. If the stick breaks, that's an automatic. But it should be an easy call to make when you can hear it from up here. Sullivan goes D to Dumais. Dumais gonna send it off the boards. Jumped in front of that was Norwood, 23. Kevin Hultgreen. And a great play by Dumais. Gets the stick on the puck, able to get in the corner, and he's gonna look to eat it and take some time off. Timmy Donovan gets a nice stick on that as Norwood was trying to advance into the net, and a big hit as well by Ryan. Puck ends up on the near side. Sullivan, and a great chip by Matty Donovan. Dumais all the way down the offensive zone, trying to help with the forecheck. Sullivan back to Dumais. Norwood come the other way, saved by Holland. 18 seconds left in the period. Dumais gonna look to just eat it in the corner, but a big hit by Norwood, able to knock that loose. Dumais hits the ice, no call. You get a whistle though. Coach Sievert, Coach Ferrari were looking for a call there, and rightfully so. I mean, he hit the ice pretty without the puck, and it was from the back too. It's gonna be a whistle with 8 seconds left remaining in the period, but you can certainly see the rivalry coming out right now, later in this first period of how these rivalry games are typically played.
And you have to wonder how much of that last game that they played here at Canton Ice House has to do with this. How much is that on their minds right now?
Yes, 100%. It was probably, and a save by Holland off a last-minute deflection. That was a big save, so that gets Westwood out of the period up 2-1 after a pretty entertaining first period in this crosstown rivalry between Norwood and Westwood. So we're going to take a quick break, folks. Westwood up 2-1 after the first period. We'll be right back for the start of the second period.
There's magic associated with high school sports that's hard to quantify. Legends are born.
And they put it in the back of the net.
Memories are made. And smiles come across our faces.
He's gonna get it in for 6.
These are the moments we talk about forever. They become part of our history. They define us. At Arch Orthodontics, we know how important it is to engage with our community, how critical it is to empower these defining moments. And in a sense, we define our community too. We build confidence. We make the smiles that light up the field, the rink, the gym, and the court. And we do it with a dedication to excellence, just like our athletes who inspire us every time they put on a Westwood uniform.
Westwood High School Sports, brought to you by Cadillac of Norwood, where luxury meets performance, and Arch Orthodontics, creating generations of beautiful smiles with expert orthodontic care.
Welcome back, folks. Thank you, Arch Orthodontics. Thank you, Cadillac and Norwood. We are ready to kick off the second period. Wolverines up 2-1 on Norwood off of goals from Nolan Lewis and Tim Donovan. And it got a little testy towards the end of the first, and we're expecting that sure to carry over here into the second. Walks away with that is Jason Gillis on the entry. Great job by Brady Dumais, able to break that up. Puck ends up near side in the corner. Dumais gets a stick on it. Blomqvist is looking to chip it out, missed, but Dumais there to get it. Now Wolverines have a 2-on-1 going the other way. Lewis coming in on the net. Shot, saved by Norwood goaltender. Foley with the save. Westwood looking to send it on net. Blomqvist is looking for a body. It ends up off a Norwood stick. Norwood chips it out, gets it out of their end, but Westwood putting it back in. Luke Martin chips and chase. He's looking to get the forecheck going. Blomqvist able to anticipate that. You got a stick on that, but puck ends up outside of the Norwood territory and works its way into the neutral zone. Shot on net, saved by Holland, and he's going to hold it for the faceoff. So Jason Gillis from Norwood going to throw that on net. It's going to allow Norwood to change out their guys, and they're going to have an offensive zone faceoff.
And let's give Holland a bit of credit here for a minute. We were talking earlier before the game about Holland. He had no time between the football season and this season. He's come out and he's played a great couple first games here. He's off to a hot start.
Oh, and a big save off a deflection there.
Right.
Speaking of Holland. Yeah, he didn't have a lot of time to get season ready. And, you know, there's always rust when you don't play for a while. It doesn't matter the position, but goalie especially. And he got that rust, shook it off pretty quickly to come into the season where first two games only gave up one goal. Had a shutout in the second. Big hit there. I think it was Ryan on the head. And 2-on-2 going the other way. Shot saved by Holland. Rebound saved by Holland. Puck goes through the crease. But Timmy Donovan able to get a stick on that. Another save by Holland. So 3 point-blank opportunities for Norwood, and Holland's able to get in front of that. Shot goes wide. Another shot comes across. Holland able to get a paddle on that. Shot blocked by Sullivan. So the defense doing a terrific job of getting in front of those, also getting some sticks, and they got a strong Holland behind them making some big saves as well. Looking again, shot and a goal. That was a nice pass, nice finish by Norwood player Kevin Hultgreen.
You can't really fault Holland there. I mean, when you're getting shot after shot after shot like that, one of them's bound to go in. You know, Norwood had about 4 or 5 shots in that succession throughout that entire thing. And Holland did great, but just letting up a goal there at the end, and can't really fault him when you're getting that much pressure as Norwood.
Yep. That was a good shot. You know, Norwood's able to knot it back up at 2. That was actually a goal by Svatislav Antipakin from Norwood, number 22 for Westwood. Now looking to answer from the Norwood goal. Norwood's going to dump it in. Fengler going to work it up to Dalton. And then Blaney able to get a stick on that, gets it out of the Westwood zone. He's going to chase after it. Coming the other way is Norwood. Parisi was looking for his line mate, Trahoon. Fengler chips it up. Battled for by Dalton. Norwood's going to chip it back the other way, but Dumais got one on him. Watch this, where you can use that net. If you use that angle as a defenseman, you can use that net to your advantage, whether you use the net to do a little hide and seek, you stop, go the other way, or if you take a sharp angle as the puck carrier, it's so difficult for the secondary player to try and match that angle when you are, you know, the one creating it. Dumais, was looking for Dalton, gets by, and it's going to be an icing. But Westwood trying to get back into their game here in the second. They've been chasing a little bit. In the first period, they were chasing a little bit, and then that Nolan Lewis goal is what kind of changed the momentum for the Wolverines. So Westwood either looking for, you know, a big hit or a goal to help kind of put them back in their flow. Blomqvist on the draw. One by Westwood, ends up in the near side corner. Picked up by Fallon, knocked off his stick. Lewis able to chip it out. Martin coming across the ice. forces a pass. Blomqvist with the turnover, takes a hit. The puck's knocked off his stick. Norwood gonna break it out, Ryan Valeri. But back on the stick of Lewis. Lewis with some speed. Makes a nice move outside. He's gonna chip it to himself. And able to kick it back on his stick while working at full speed. He was taking some contact too, and they're allowing it. Blomqvist takes a hit, knocked off his stick. We're gonna get 2-on-1 coming the other way. And now 3-on-1. Back to Norwood, and wow, pretty passing. Pretty passing. Ultimately finished by Ryan Valeri. So Norwood, that was caused from a hit. It was a hit right by the Bruin, the Westwood blue line. Puck came off. Norwood's going the other way. They had a 2-on-1. They then had a player who jumped back in the play to make it a 3-on-1, and that made a big difference of passing it around, and then ultimately a wide open player on the doorstep to finish that and put the Norwood Mustangs up 3-2.
Now you're back in the same situation you were at the start of this game.
Yep.
Down a goal. Momentum's now in Norwood's favor. You've had a slow start to this period. How do you recover and how do you get that momentum back? Got to set the tone, got to get some hits going, got to follow through with your checks like you've been saying, and just wear out this Norwood team.
Yep. You got to change the flow somehow. Ryan's got it on the entry. Tries to make a move. Stopped by Norwood. They're playing a physical game, trying to get to the puck in the corner. Dumais going to send it over to Parker. Fengler. Puck back on Fengler's stick. Donovan trying to battle for it, but he had 2 Norwood players on him. Now Norwood coming in the other way. 1-on-1 there with Dumais. Dumais forces an outside shot. Puck squirts off the Norwood player's stick, but back on a secondary player who jumped in it. 50-50 battle in the corner. Westwood came away with it initially, but then back on the stick of Norwood. Norwood's buzzing right now, looking to feed off the energy from the last 2 goals. Westwood doing a little chasing. Dumais kept in by Norwood. Great job by 27. Rocco Ferrioli able to keep that puck in. Ferrioli gets the glove on it, sends it down low. Fengler hits the ice. Dumais there to jump on it. Puck still in Westwood zone. Donovan going to chip it back to look to regroup. And then Fengler able to get it out. Norwood sends it back in. Tired bunch for the Wolverines. They're looking to get the puck past the red line into the Norwood territory to be able to get a full change. And the puck squirts out. Westwood gonna be able to change guys. Timmy Donovan comes out. Goalie came out and there was some contact there and no call and icing. So Timmy Donovan able to just put the burners on to be able to get opportunities that no other player could get because of his outstanding speed. Just missed. He had a stick on it, but the goalie came out aggressively, took away the angle, and the puck squirted wide of the net.
Lucky for both teams right there, Morgan. You know, Norwood doesn't let up that goal, but also Westwood gets to get those fresh legs on the ice, which you could see towards the end there they really needed.
We got 3 Norwood players going the other way, and a big save by Holland. That was a huge save. Norwood had 3 players to Westwood's 1. Blaney working it across, going to send it in deep. Dalton chips it over to Rolf, back to Dalton. Kept in by Blaney. Ends up on the stick of Dalton. Dalton looking to shoot. Shot save by Foley. Another attempt went off the side of the net. Blaney able to keep it in. Blaney doing a terrific job competing out there. He's done a good job of being that offensive and defensive center that you need. Fallon gonna send it up, gets out. No one's gonna work it back to regroup. Devin Roach gonna send it up the far side. He catches a streaking TJ Martin. TJ Martin with a goal already today. Norwood's gonna look to catch the red, they do. And they send it in deep. Fallon battling with it with John Lynch. And back to Dumais. Dumais looking to send it. He finds Rolf. It does catch his glove. Ref says no. They're going to blow the whistle there. There was definitely contact on that pass. definitely hit Rolf's glove. And he was on the other side of the red line. So needless to say, icing called. It'll be a face-off in the Westwood zone. 7 minutes, 23 seconds left here in the second period. Blomquist on the draw. Norwood gets the win. They're going to throw it on net. Goes just wide. Dumais gets a stick on it. Keeps it outside. Dumais looking to walk away with it. He's going to send it up. Takes a one-hop bounce played by Norwood's defenseman, Kevin Hallgreen. Oh, and a good stick lift there by Martin. He's looking for Lewis. But intercepted by Hallgreen again. Westwood's going to have some time here on the breakout. Work the boards. Lewis was looking for Blomquist on a one-touch pass, but puck bounced in Norwood's direction. Norwood going to send it back in. Dumais flattens the puck. I was looking for Lewis. They miss on that connection. That's going to be an icing. So puck and face-off going to be coming back. Westwood at least able to get some fresh legs out there, but a little off their game right now. A goal for Westwood will get them, back, get the energy back, but they got to get the small victories, some good passes, some puck battle wins. And that's when you start feeling your game again. You get the confidence going that you're doing the right things to get to that next goal. Norwood with some numbers, trying to send it across. They missed on that connection, but they regained the possession. Looking in the middle, but Ryan was there to put a stick on it. Now Donovan walking away with it. He's going to hold it on just inside the blue. Sullivan sends it back in. Also kind of playing a trap on the forecheck there. They looked a little tired. Puck coming back into the defensive zone. Sullivan forces a play by Norwood where it's going to end up in space, and Sullivan's going to pick it up himself. Sent it to Matt Donovan, but Norwood able to knock that back in. Timmy Donovan coming away with it. He's going to get the speed going to the outside. Drops it for brother Matt. But Norwood able to get the stick on that. John Lynch, he's going to keep it to the outside. Oh, and he finds a teammate who puts it in. That was a great effort by Lynch to get the turnover in his defensive zone. He took it himself into the Westwood zone, skates it around the net, found a wide open player in front of the net who put it in for Norwood's fourth goal to go up 4-2.
And I'm going to go back to a mantra I've kind of held on to while commentating, and I'm going to use it again. The most dangerous lead in hockey is a two-goal lead.
Yeah.
Westwood needs to kind of find that confidence and kind of capitalize on that. Norwood might get a little complacent here. They now have a two-goal lead.
Well, Westwood's got to get their feet moving. When I was watching the forecheck, I didn't know if they were trying to do a trap or if they were just waiting for Norwood to work the puck up. But I'd like to see them get the feet moving, get the energy going, and get some puck battle wins. That's what Norwood's doing right now as they're out working them. Dumais works down low, keeps it in. Was on Lewis' stick, takes a bounce, and going the other way for Norwood is 21, and a big save by Holland off of Jacob Sheehan. Big save by Holland. That was a unfortunate bounce that went over Westwood player's stick with breakaway going the other way, but huge save by Holland to keep the lead within 2.
Big save by Holland. That could have been a disastrous goal for Westwood right there.
Yes. Blaney gets the win. Ends up on the stick of Sullivan. Kept in by Norwood. Then Norwood back, and we're going to get a penalty here. It's going to be a penalty on Westwood for a slash. But that's kind of when we were talking about how I was surprised I didn't see the slash on Lewis in the first period. This was the same thing, except they're calling it on Sullivan. So, I'd like to see some more consistency out of the refs when it comes to these penalties. And I don't think he knows that he's got a penalty until ref explaining it right now. The Wolverines going to go on the penalty kill.
And it's going to be a big penalty kill for them right now.
It is. Down 2, you need to get this. get some energy too. Sometimes you can get some good energy from a solid penalty kill.
You know, that can help swing the momentum back into Westwood's favor a bit. You get the penalty kill here, you're slowing down the bleeding.
Yes. You got guys who can score on a penalty kill. You got a guy like Timmy Donovan who can go out, intercept a pass, go the other way, and Westwood able to get that puck down the river.
And that's going to help big time for them.
Big time, yeah.
Going to run time
Take
off
off
the
at least
clock.
20. We're going to work it in. They have a player on the far side who's looking for the tip, and they get it. And that's their style, though. They like to work the puck towards the far side and then find someone on the back door or, you know, on the back side for a quick one-time or a tip.
All credit to Norwood right now. They're playing inspired hockey. They're playing. They want this.
They came with energy, and they've just continued to pick it up a gear. You know, after each goal, they've just continued to go into a higher gear.
Yep. Well, and, you know, it's easy to get complacent when you have a lead, especially a 5-2 lead now.
Yep.
Norwood is keeping their foot on the gas. They're not letting up. Credit to them playing some inspired hockey right now.
Westwood's got to get the next one. They have Blomqvist on the draw. Norwood works it in. A little chip and chase. Dumais sends it up to Martin, who works off his skate into open area. Fallon trying to get a stick on it. And then Martin gets it going the other way. Sends it up to Nolan Lewis. Nolan Lewis with some speed. He's going to send it in the corner. Got a couple Norwood players on him, but get some help from Luke Martin. Blomqvist gets it's going to send it in the Norwood zone and right back on the forecheck. Nolan Lewis gets the turnover. He finds it to Blomqvist. Blomqvist shot and a save by Foley. That was a good look for the Wolverine, their best look so far in the period.
So Morgan, normally I would reserve this question closer towards the end of the period, just to go into the intermission with this question, but I'll ask it now. As a coach, what are you going to tell the guys to kind of get them back into a position where they can make this a little more competitive?
Well, you got to bring the energy. That's no question about that. But body language, you know, you can't feel sorry for yourself. You're down 3 goals. There's no time to feel sorry for yourself. Go out there, work hard, trust yourself, trust your teammates, and you got to win those 50-50 battles. You know, when those pucks are in the corner and you have just as much of an opportunity to win the possession, and a shot off the side of the net is Ryan. But winning those 50-50 battles are a huge part of getting possessions, taking it to the net. It starts with that. And then, you know, if you're able to do those things, you know, you're going to get those goals. You're going to, you know, be able to keep the puck out of the high scoring areas in the defensive zone too. But you got to forget what just happened and focus on the first goal. As you see, one goal creates some good momentum, and then work off that. You get that first goal, get some good momentum, get the next one, and then, you know, just keep everything fast moving and physical. Shot saved by Holland. Good job by Dumais. Clears out the forwards in front of the net. And Westwood's gonna change out their forwards. 2 minutes left here in the second period. Norwood up 5-2. An explosive period for them. 4 goals, 4 unanswered goals for Norwood. Norwood with the face-off win. Chip down low to Jason Gillis. Up top, saved by Holland. The puck is loose, and he gets the cover on that. Good job by Holland, able to adjust to get on top of that when it was initially loose. You get the whistle. Westwood's going to bring out the Blomqvist line. Minute 54 seconds left here in the second period. Norwood's going to keep their forwards and D on. Puck won by Westwood, kept in by Norwood. They do a good job positioning by getting in front of the breakout passes. Dumais going to send it out. Norwood's going to get their neutral zone breakout going. Dumais jumps in front of that pass. Sends it over to Lewis. Lewis with a little space, sends it across to Martin. Martin with a shot, blocked. And Dumais is trying to work the cycle. But Norwood gets the turnover, and they're going to send it down into Westwood territory. A minute, 16 seconds left here in the second. Blomqvist getting the feet moving. Able to work it across the ice, sends it over to Martin with help from Blomqvist. Blomqvist finds Lewis. Lewis looking to make a move, and stuffed there by Billy Connolly on defense. Norwood on the entry. Fengler able to keep that stick in the way and forces a nice disruption there to Norwood's entry. Shot saved by Holland. They're going to get another face-off. So 46 seconds left here in the second. Westwood just looking to get out of the period.
Big for Westwood to hold here. If they can hold and not prevent another goal from going in, they can go in a manageable situation. We've seen in a few games this year already 4-goal periods. So it's not out of the question for Westwood. It's a matter of making the adjustments in the intermission and just coming back out here and preventing any more goals from happening.
When you get the effort going and the feet moving too, that's when you draw penalties. Westwood hasn't had a power play yet. So, you know, that helps with getting some goals, is drawing some penalties and going on the power play. And they need to, it starts with moving their feet and earning them. Shot is going to, I don't know if that was deflected, but it went up and towards the far side. Got 20 seconds left. Tim Donovan with a nice move, getting the feet moving. He made the second one miss, but the third able to put his skate on the puck as Tim was looking to work that puck inside. He fungos it into Westwood territory. Fallon sends it up off the boards. 4 seconds, 3. And they're just going to hold on to it to let the clock run out here in the second, but a big second period for the Norwood Mustangs. Down 2-1 after 1. They score 4 unanswered to go up 5-2 after 2 periods. We will take a break, folks. The intermission will be back for the start of the third period.
There's magic associated with high school sports that's hard to quantify. Legends are born.
And they put it in the back of the net.
Memories are made. And smiles come across our faces.
He's gonna get it in for 6.
These are the moments we talk about forever. They become part of our history. They define us. At Arch Orthodontics, we know how important it is to engage with our community, how critical it is to empower these defining moments. And in a sense, we define our community too. We build confidence. We make the smiles that light up the field, the rink, the gym, and the court. And we do it with a dedication to excellence, just like our athletes who inspire us every time they put on a Westwood uniform.
Westwood High School Sports, brought to you by Cadillac of Norwood, where luxury meets performance, and Arch Orthodontics, creating generations of beautiful smiles with expert orthodontic care.
Welcome back, folks. About to kick off the start of the third period. It was an explosive period, the second period for Norwood. They scored 4 unanswered goals to go up 5-2 after Westwood had a 2-1 lead in the first. It's going to be a big test for Westwood. You know, want to see them chip away. Want to see what resolve they bring here in the start of the third. You know, I'm sure there was, you know, conversation in between periods of about the period. Put it behind you, focus on what's ahead, and you know that's what they got to do. So starts with one shift at a time, energy, bring that physicality, and get that first goal.
What's happened in the second period is now in the past, and
Yes.
there's nothing you can do about it. You got to put it behind you. You got to have a short memory, and you have to come out here and step up and show us what you're made of.
That was a big hit. Nolan Lewis took from Kevin Roach. Kevin just stepped right up by that half circle as Lewis on the entry, but Lewis gets back up, and he's got an opportunity. Shot just goes wide. That was a good pass there from Luke Martin. Ends up back on the stick of Lewis. Dumais. Puck squirts off the stick. You know, as you mentioned in the last few games, like ice right now is still a little bit slippery. And a great play by Fengler, keeping Norwood play to the outside to allow for Holland to get the glove on that.
Right, we talked about this in the past couple broadcasts, Morgan. when the ice house brings the Zamboni out and does the ice, this rink creates puddles, and you can see it if you look on the rink
Especially
here.
in the middle, because that's where they finish last. So when you see the Zamboni come on the ice, they're doing the outsides first, and then they finish their laps in the middle. So the most recent pass on the ice is the middle of the ice, where it's the most critical part of the ice, especially in front of the goals. Timmy Donovan comes away with some speed. Shot. Puck is loose. Cleared out by Norwood. Another shot on net by Sullivan. And Foley's going to hold on to that one.
Well, one adjustment Westwood's made here, Morgan, in the third period is now they've come out and they're starting to show a little bit of prowess. They're starting to have a couple shots on net. First two periods, we didn't really see that. We saw Norwood control the game early on.
But you got to win those battles to get the puck on your stick to shoot it. So they've been doing that. Walking outside is Sullivan. Another shot. Big rebound in front. No one there. And Norwood has it going the other way. Going to dump it in. Chase after it. Sullivan picks it up. Picked up by Ryan. And end up on the stick of Timmy Donovan. And Timmy's going to force it deeper into Norwood territory. The puck bounces off a Norwood player. Rolfe looking to chip it to himself. And then ends up in the corner. Dalton. The puck's still behind the net. Dalton got a stick on it, but forced its way to the Norwood player. Norwood's going to go the other way 2-on-2. Shot is going to be gloved by Holland. We're going to get a face-off in the Westwood zone. So some good energy right off the bat. And as you mentioned, Westwood got 2 quality shots. 3 quality shots if you include the shots from Sullivan at the point. But it starts with winning those 50-50 battles, get it to your open players, move your feet where you can move the puck to from one player to another player where he's got some space to walk in on those and get those good looks. There was no better opportunity, though, than the Lewis opportunity. He had a great shot in front of the net, just missed, I believe, it just went over the net. But that was a great look that started from a turnover and moving their feet. Oh, big hit there. Westwood player goes down. No call. And the puck ends up down the other end on ice. And you got to be kidding me. I mean, that was a dirty play. You can hear Coach Siebert very disappointed. I mean, it was pretty obvious.
I don't blame Coach Siebert right there. Norwood's still not letting off the gas, and they're playing physical. And there's some calls we've had today that have gone in Norwood's favor here.
If you're an official and you're not protecting the players on the ice, you're not doing your job. I mean, that was a clear board. I believe it was Fengler. He went down. You got Holland talking to the official too. So good for Holland. He's saying, trying to look for an explanation. But I mean, that was an obvious. That could have been a 5-minute major. And instead of it not being a 5 or a 2, it's nothing. It needs to be better than that. The officiating needs to be more consistent, and we need to know, what is that line? Because clearly that was well over the line, and no call was made. Shot saved by Foley. There's a shot on the outside by Blomqvist. Blomqvist in front. Oh, off the post by Martin on a backhand. Just missed. That was right off the left post on a great pass from Blomqvist. Martin in front of the net. But you'll know it's if the officials know they missed that call is when Westwood gets a penalty called soon, or Westwood gets a power play soon. It's part of hockey. From coaching many years, is if Westwood gets a power play soon, it's because the refs are admitting they missed a call. Norwood gonna get the neutral zone breakout going. They find number 21, Jacob Sheehan. He's gonna throw it on net, and Holland's gonna put his glove on that, and they're gonna get the whistle. So, just around 4 minutes into the third period, some good energy from Westwood, some good looks. They've had 2 really good looks. Martin right there most recently with a backhand off the post. Lewis, point blank opportunity, and some good shots from the outside as well. Westwood wins the draw, and they send it over to Dalton. That was played by a high stick. We're going to get a whistle. We're seeing Max O'Brien walking by. He was the hero in the Westwood Norwood game last year in overtime, where he scored the overtime winner with like 5 seconds left in overtime.
Yeah, so I think we had about under a minute, I think, definitely. But what an electric goal by Max O'Brien.
The place was lit.
And you know, I mentioned it earlier, and I'll mention it again. You have to wonder how much of that game is on Norwood's mind right now.
It was certainly brought up, I'm sure, by the coach. You know, last time we were in this building, this is what happened. And any extra motivation you can get out of your players from history of the team you're facing, bulletin board material, anything, helps fuel your guys.
And correct me if I'm wrong, Morgan, but I believe that cost Norwood a share of the TVL title.
So Norwood was sharing the TVL large with Hopkinton. That loss allowed Hopkinton to be the solo TVL large champ for hockey. Puck deflected just wide, and then saved by Holland on the rebound off the board.
And then with credit to Norwood here, I think you can tell with that on their mind and the history between these two teams, they've really come out and shown today that this is a game they really want.
Yeah.
They want to send a message and, you know, show that we're a tough team and we're still one of the top teams in the TVL, which they've come here and proven today.
Absolutely. Puck sent into the Westwood territory. Sullivan's going to take it. He's going to fungo it. Ends up in the crowd. We're going to get a whistle. Ended up about 4 rows in front of us.
We almost went home with a souvenir.
Yeah. Heads up play. He's caught by a Westwood parent. We're going to get a face-off just left of Jack Holland. 10 minutes, 8 seconds left here in the game. Blaney wins the draw. Sullivan's going to take it behind the net. He was working far side. Great play by Rolf, able to get the stick lift to allow that puck to get out of the Westwood zone. And Norwood, that's a nice pass to get that breakout going and work in the neutral zone, but bounce off the stick. Blaney's got it. He gets the entry going. He's going to look to send it on net, but blocked by Norwood. Picks up the puck again. Little stop and start. Has 2 Norwood players on him. And that's something Westwood could do too is, puck sent in front of the net, took a couple ricochets. Sicular was out in front. Sicular getting a look for the Wolverines, sophomore. And Sicular's gonna have it going the other way. Puts it on net, pad saved by Foley. But when you see like Blaney down there with 2 guys on him, that means that there's an open Westwood player too. So Westwood, you know, gotta find when there's 2 players on you, you know, it's tougher to win those battles, but if you do, know where that open guy is. Find that open guy. Take advantage when you have, you know, either 2D on you. That typically means someone's open in front of the net. There wasn't in that situation. But, you know, take advantage of the numbers.
You know, Morgan, one of the things I think you talked about last week is watching the puck versus watching where your teammates are. And
Yeah.
I'll do an analogy. I wanted to do that, and I'll do it now. When you're a new driver, right, and my driving teacher always told me this, you tend to look directly in front of the road, right at the bottom. And as you get older and with time, you look more ahead, and you look at the car in front of you instead. Westwood, I think, needs to start kind of looking up a bit. They're watching the puck, and that's important, but you got to also know.
Lewis, rebound, and they score! Westwood puts it in. We don't see a confirmation yet from the official, but it's in the net. It was in the net far before he blew the whistle, too. And he's shaking his head. You've got to be kidding me. Donovan put that in, or it was Blomquist who put it in. You could see it go in. We could check the replay out. But it was put in on a backhand. And he's still waving his head.
Saying no.
This guy is unbelievable.
But
They're 0 for 5 on the day. Not a great day for the officials.
But to sort of finish that analogy, you know, you got to look up and just keep your eye on your teammates. And, you know, you have those, and that's what Norwood's doing well. They're keeping an eye on where their teammates are, where those passing opportunities are, and that's created some good looks for them. Some 3-on-1 looks we saw that resulted in goals for Norwood.
It was a nice shot on net by Lewis, and you're 100% correct. You know, you want to have that puck on your stick, but you got to have your head up for 2 reasons. One, to see where your guys are. Blomquist looking to shoot. That puck's deflected. It's going to go into the netting. You want to have the puck on your stick with your head up to not only just see where your guys are, but you got to protect yourself.
And going back to that driving analogy, if you're looking directly at the road in front of you, not ahead.
Power play for Westwood. So, you know, somewhat of an acknowledgement of missed calls, and you get a non-obvious call called on Norwood. Westwood's going to go on the power play. So Westwood with an opportunity here to chip into Norwood's lead, down 5-2, 8 minutes left here in the third. Goal here would get them to within 2. Donovan gonna send it up to Dumais, back to Donovan. Donovan got some space, shot, hits the Norwood defenseman's skate. Didn't make it to the net, but Westwood able to regain possession. Tim Sullivan sends it up top to Dumais. Dumais, the umbrella, over to Matt Donovan, walking in, shot, saved by, and there's some activity in front of the net with the Norwood defenseman, and it looks like Ryan, nothing being called. He's taking cross checks, and it's been allowed all game. Norwood's going to send it down the end of the ice. Nolan Lewis, the puck's in front of the net. And also having challenges with the breakout, but Timmy Donovan able to use his speed to catch up to it. And then on the stick of Matt Donovan. Matt Donovan walking in, shot, puck gets deflected. Noah doing a good job getting sticks on those pucks and also getting in front of them. Puck gets loose. Dumais able to keep it in, gets down into the play. And Lewis battling for it. And then puck won by Timmy Donovan, excuse me. Donovan sends it up to Dumais. Dumais back to Matt Donovan. A little sauce pass to Dumais with a shot, goes just wide. Timmy Donovan shot, a save by Foley. Noah looking to ice it, but kept in by Dumais. Over to Lewis, and it missed on the initial pass, ended up on the stick of Dumais, and we're going to get some extracurricular after the whistle. They're going to wrap. Guys are just going to pick a guy to hold on to wait for the officials to clear it out. I don't think there was any penalties there, just, after the whistle, kind of protecting the net front, and, also aggressive play by Westwood to be in front of the net, get a couple whacks on net. So, yeah, no penalties there.
It's a rivalry game, Morgan. Both these teams want it, and you can tell by the whole tone of the game, it's going to be expected here at the end of this game.
So 18 seconds left here on the power play. Got Blomqvist out, he's going to take the draw. Fallon and Sullivan on the points. Puck won by Norwood. Fallon looking to keep the puck down there. He does. Ends up on his stick, but ricocheted off a couple bodies, ends up outside the neutral zone. Sullivan chips it out. Nice play, nice touch there by Blaney, able to get that puck back on his stick and send it in. And we are all even, so the penalty has expired. Back to 5-on-5, 6 minutes left here in the third period. Sullivan sends it on net, played by Foley with the glove. Gonna bring it behind the net. Norwood's gonna work their breakout. So they have a unique breakout. They'll work that near side, and then they'll send the far side forwards into the neutral zone and try and catch them on a little mini stretch pass with some speed. Puck sent in by Fallon. Bounces on a Norwood stick. Norwood's going to send it up, and that will be an icing. So 5 minutes, 24 seconds. Score is still 5-2. Westwood looking to get that next goal, get the lead within 2, to get to within 2 of Norwood's lead, and anything can happen after that. Still got some time left here. You got to get that first one. Draw one by Donovan. Dumais looking to shoot. Donovan puts it in the back of the net on the backhander. And that's what we were saying, get it within 2. And it's the third goal for Westwood and Timmy Donovan's second goal of the game. Well positioned. He did not have visibility of the net, but knew that he had the goalie beat if he could just throw that quickly on net. He threw it inside the post, and he got a nice goal there for the Wolverines. Wolverines within 2 with 5 minutes left here in the game.
And that helps put momentum right back in Westwood's favor, and now they're going to play probably a little more pep in their step.
Yes.
And now they have it within a range.
Be some hesitation, I'm sure, from Noah. Nice move by Matt Donovan. Puts it on net. Save initially. Goaltender uses a stick to knock that outside. Noah gonna go the other way, and they have an open player looking to shoot, but he kind of tripped over the ice. That was fortunate for Westwood. He had the puck in a good scoring area, but was unable to handle it. Puck deflects, but defended by Westwood. A shot blocked there. Vengler looking to chip it out, and he gets it out. So Brady Dumais on the assist, and Matt Donovan on the assist on the Tim Donovan goal. Brady Dumais looking for Matt Donovan. That puck gets deflected. Dumais going to go high off the glass. Far side ref saying it's an icing, so they're going to blow that. And that's going to bring the face-off back to Westwood's zone, but Westwood able to get a change. They're going to bring, looks like Fallon and Sullivan out for the D. Got Blomqvist line for the forwards. We got Nolan Lewis set up way outside. In case if Westwood wins a draw, throw that into space, let him chase after it. Official saying that he's got to stay still on the face-off. He can be out there. You could set up as far outside as you want, but you just can't be moving your skates. Stalemate on the face-off, but Martin gets in. He's able to chip that out. This might be another ice, but Lewis chasing after it, and they're going to call it another ice. Different than the NHL. It doesn't matter if you have a player that's going to beat the opposing team to that puck. If that puck is not touched by a Westwood player before it goes and hits that line, but there's discretion too. If it's slow and they think that a player, could get to the puck, they'll allow it, but Nolan couldn't get to that even though he beat the Norwood defenseman on the rush towards it. That was a clean win. Sullivan up to Lewis. Fallon hits it out. Norwood able to make a quick work in off of that. They able to get that on their stick and work it right back into Westwood defensive zone. And a good stick there. Fallon able to protect the net front on that Norwood pass. Martin chips it in. Norwood's going to work it the near side. Ooh, a couple Wolverine players colliding there. Norwood is going to send it in, and Holland's going to tie it up for the face-off. So 3 minutes, 27 seconds left in the game. Norwood up 5-3. Westwood looking to get a crucial goal to get within one. Face-off won by Tim Donovan. Fengler able to chip it up, and Westwood gets it out. Dumais jumps on the play, and he's going to send that in deep. Puck goes off the boards. Dumais able to keep it in initially, but bounced on Norwood player's stick, and Norwood works it into Westwood zone. Puck behind the net. Deflected there. It was a shot attempt by Norwood. Westwood did a good job to get on that. Now we have 2-on-1 going the other way. We have both Donovans. Oh, and a great play by the Norwood defender, able to get in front of that pass. And now Norwood going the other way with 2-on-1. Shot saved by Holland. The second shot save, and the third one goes in. So Norwood able to take advantage of the 2-on-1. They had two shots saved, and then the third one was right in front, and the player able to walk into it and knock that into the net for Norwood's sixth goal. Put them up 6-3 with 2 minutes, 44 seconds left in the game. But you'll typically see that. You'll see odd man rushes turn into odd man rushes going the other way. If there's a big stop like there was there, the Norwood defenseman, you then have, because you have other players back in the play because they were out of the play, so you send it back the other way, and a lot of times you'll see an odd man rush going the other way. Blomqvist looking to work it towards the middle, and then Martin sends it towards the net, saved by Foley. Puck works it up to the point. Sullivan was looking to send it down to Martin. Intercepted by Norwood. Norwood trying to send a player. That gets too far, but he got a piece of it, so no icing. Fallon finishes the check. The puck ends up on the stick of Blomqvist. Blomqvist up to Martin. Lewis with some speed. Looking to make a move. Drops it for Martin. Martin sends it across the crease area. Westwood's going to pull the goalie. So Westwood with 6 on the ice, Norwood with 5. Minute 57 seconds left in the game. Puck gets outside of the zone. Westwood looking to work it back in. Sullivan, he's got it. He's gonna send it back to Lewis, back to Sullivan. Sullivan looking in front of the net. Yes, that's a goal for the Wolverines. And it's Timmy Donovan for the hat trick. And that gets them to back within 2.
All credit to Westwood. Right now, you look at the scoreboard, you could easily just, eat the clock and go in and look to your next game on Monday, but they're still fighting for something. They're pulling the goalie, trying to get that 6-on-5 opportunity, seeing what they can do here.
Timmy Donovan's got guts. He's been competing all game, and I believe Westwood is going to call a timeout here. You want to get rest for your guys, get them right back out there. You want to win that draw, go on the other end, you'll pull Holland again. But what they'll do is they'll set up for the face-off, then call the timeout, get an extra 10 seconds. So you'll probably see, or nope, they're going to just get right into it. Okay, so right into the Westwood, the stalemate on the draw. And then back on the stick of Blomqvist, he was trying to find Lewis there. If Westwood can get it in, they're going to look to pull Holland again. So Holland's coming off. So now back to 6 Westwood skaters to Norwood's 5. Down 2 with 1:25 seconds left in the game. Lewis going to send it up top to Sullivan. Sullivan off the stick of Timmy Donovan. And the puck behind the Norwood net. Oh, and a pass by Dumais. Just missed on that connection was Blomqvist. And Norwood's going to go the other way with an empty net. And a shot, and they're going to put the bow on the game with that goal. And that's their 7th goal of the game. Put them up 7-4 with the empty netter. So positives you want to take out of a game with a tough loss like today is the outstanding effort and game by Timmy Donovan. The effort of him winning those puck battles, skating after loose pucks and turning them into breakaways and just battling in front of the net. Kid wants it. Love to see it.
And it'd be interesting to see how Westwood channels that. You see, Timmy Donovan wants it, and the rest of the team, take some inspiration from that, learn from that. And you gotta have a short memory. We have a game here on Monday.
Yeah.
Against, I believe, Dartmouth.
Dartmouth, yep.
So, gotta have a short memory. Gotta forget about this one for now. Put it in the book. Learn from it.
Yep.
What can we do better? We gotta be more aggressive. Gotta be looking for our teammates. But
Westwood's gonna pull the goalie again. So only 3 goals. When it comes to MIA power rankings, they only go up to 3 goals. So 4 or 5 doesn't matter. It's the same as 3 in their eyes. So Westwood looking to get one and chip back into the Norwood lead. 41 seconds. Westwood's got 6 skaters to Norwood's 5. Puck gets out in the neutral zone. Empty net opportunity for Norwood. They send it out and he scores. That was an empty netter for Michael Grenham. And that's going to be Norwood's 8th goal. So Norwood's going to walk away with a big TVL large win today on the road.
And you got to give credit to Norwood. They
Yep.
came in here with the aggressiveness you need to win a game. They came in here with the motivation. Even late here with 32 seconds on the board, they're not giving up.
No.
And they're telling Westwood, you got to earn it. And you can respect Norwood for that at the very least. They're going to make Westwood earn more goals if they want to score one here late.
This is where Westwood's got to be careful. This is where nothing good happens. The game's over, and you don't want any bad penalties or things to carry over that will hurt your team. So you want to just get through the end and focus on Dartmouth coming up on Monday. Whistle. This is when teams will have additional words, things like that. So you just want to get the 2.7 off the clock.
Yep.
And put this one behind you. But still things you can learn. As I mentioned, when you have these games, there is a ton you can take from it that's going to make your team better.
Yep.
And that's going to do it here at the Ice House. The Norwood Mustangs with a big road win, TVL large road win over Westwood. 8-4, 2 empty netters. But you know, it's they'll be right back at it on Monday. We'll be covering that. We're going to cover boys hockey, girls hockey, and boys basketball on Monday. So looking forward to that, Evan.
What a slate of sports we got right before the holidays,
Yes.
before we go off for break. Yeah, no, you got to have a short memory. You know, we're coming back here on Monday for Dartmouth.
Yep.
Learn from this, but put it behind you. Can't dwell on it. You
Yep.
have to look and say, what can we do to get better as a team?
Yeah.
You know, Norwood's a great opponent to have early on. They're a tough team. This is a hard-working team. You saw it today.
Yep.
And in a few months, when we go to the skating club in Boston in Norwood, Massachusetts, it's going to be an intense game no matter how you do it. Because even though Westwood has to forget it now, don't forget it for too long, because at some point you got to remember this and use that as motivation.
100%.
You know, Norwood used that game, that 3-2 overtime loss last year, as motivation. It's clear as day. You can see it. You could see it in their play. They wanted it. They came out here with a vengeance, and they got it. All the credit to them.
Yep.
But now Westwood has to go and channel that exact same energy and that exact same motivation.
Agreed. You know, and you know, hey, it's early in the season. West has got a lot of games, a lot of TVL large games, and they are going to get better. There's no question about it. And they're going to get some healthy body. They're going to get some bodies back in the lineup that are going to be very helpful for them, both offensively and defensively too. So, you know, hey, this is the early part of the season, and you know, I'm going to expect a different team on Monday, and I know we'll see a different team on Monday, a team that's going to be fired up, looking to get a big win versus Dartmouth. And there's some history with Dartmouth as well. 3 years ago, we played Dartmouth in the first round of the playoffs. Took it to overtime. We were a high seed. They were a low seed. They were like an 8 seed. We were like, 23, something like that, 24. And we took it to overtime. We scored the last minute to go to overtime and lost in overtime. So it was a great game. It was a memorable game even with the loss, but there's some unfinished business there, and I'm sure it's going to be on the mind of Westwood.
And you got to pull some motivation too, because that game's going to be crucial to bounce back from.
Yeah.
This is a tough game.
Yeah.
You got to bounce back big on Monday, and I fully expect to see Westwood come out with a little more energy in that game, a little more motivation. We got to prove that. You can look at this scoreboard and see 8-4, and you can think, wow.
Yeah.
But we got to prove we're not that team, and we got to prove we're the team that went into Hopkinton and won 3-0, or the 2-1 win over Holliston, and show that, okay, we're facing some adversity early on. Can we overcome that? And that makes for a good team.
Yeah.
And I think it's Monday, even though it's a non-league game, that's going to be a crucial game for Westwood to know what kind of team this is.
Absolutely.
So,
Absolutely.
looking forward to it.
Yes, looking forward to it. Just, hey, it's basically less than 2 days away. So, but thank you everyone for tuning in. Norwood final game. Norwood final score: Norwood 8, Westwood 4. Appreciate you all tuning in as always, and stay safe, happy holidays, and we'll see you all on the next one.